Bert and I decided to go to Washington to stop the inflation. We took the Bluebird 6 down channel out of Kennebunkport and out to sea, heading south. Bert I said above the roar of the engine, if we can slow them treasury presses down, on the 1s and 5s especially, we'll stop inflation dead. After a pleasant trip on the Chesapeake, we sailed up the Potomac, moored in the tidal basin, and went straight to the White House to see if the president was there. We snuck in with a group of Norwegian diplomats, and when it come time to shake hands with the president, we got him off to one side and asked him if there might be something he could do about the price of bait. He told us to go to the cabinet. It's halfway down the hall on the left, Bert, I said. I saw it on the way in. Down this thing, we opened the door to that cabinet, and who should be there but the top economical advisor a-talking to himself. We just stood there and got a free lecture on the national gross product, the gold preserves, easing up on definite spending, bubble up and trickle down, whatever that was. Bert, I said as I shut the door to the cabinet, that economist can talk all he wants about raising this and lowering that, but if he would just slow the money presses down, particularly on the 1s and 5s, we would stop inflation cold. When we finally got over to the presses, we could see they were going flat out, except for a bottleneck at the desk of a little man in a green visor. He was all shrunk up, except for his huge right arm, which moved like lightning, signing them bills. It was the Secretary of the Treasury. "Mr. Secretary," I shouted above the roar. He looked up, his arm never stopping. "Mr. Secretary, the law says you should sign your full name on every bill, no initials." He gave me the dirtiest look, and the wind went right out of him. He looked like he was going to cry for a moment. But slowly, he picked up rhythm, and he begun signing his whole name on them bills for the first time. And that was the way Bert and I slowed the presses by a third and brung the economy back to normal.